Hi, this is Tracy Chamberlain Higginbotham of Women Ties. Wanted to do a blog post. I haven't done one in a little bit. I apologize for that. I have a really great takeaway for you today to share with you. I just came back from taping WCNY's Insights program with a Democratic mayor candidate for Syracuse and a Syracuse University female professor, and the topic was on pay inequality. And the conversation between the three of us and the host went so quickly that it seemed like it was only 30 seconds of us taping more than the half an hour. And because our conversation went longer, they asked us to stay to do a behind the scenes conversation that will be aired on their website as well. So I will share that with you as soon as I have the information. I think it will be on Friday. But I wanted to share a little bit of what the conversation was about. And really, as most people know, if you had a mother or grandmother, you know, if you're a female, that pay inequality has been an issue that's been around their generation, our generation, and honestly, I don't know when it's ever going to change. I honestly believe that the more that we have females in leadership positions in all areas of life, especially in politics, that we will get closer to trying to have legislation that will actually help to close the pay inequality wage gap. And so we had a great discussion about it. But I actually wanted to share 3 experiences where I faced it in my early career, and also as a 52-year-old woman now. In my 22 years of entrepreneurship, I still face it. The fact of the matter is, no matter whether you are a professional woman or an entrepreneur, we make less than men do. And there's a lot of reasons for it. But let me give you 3 of the examples on how page gap issues actually came into my life. The first was I was working a full-time job at Lemoyne College when I had my first son, and thought for sure coming out of the 1980s in college I was gonna work my way to the top of an organization and, you know, be a mother that worked and took care of her kids after work. But as soon as my son Thomas was born and I had to buy diapers for the babysitter who in my mind I thought was going to raise him better than I was, I decided to go to the college and actually ask for my position to be made into a part-time position. Worked for 3 months to do that. And in doing that, I halved my salary and I got rid of my retirement benefits. Didn't matter to me at the time, of course, because I wanted to be a mother. And actually, it's not a decision that I've ever regretted. So I put myself behind in terms of pay at that point in time. Actually, the second example is when I started my very first business, I got a phone call. I wasn't prepared to answer the question. The person on the other end of the phone said, you know, tell me what you're going to charge. And I actually had a business where it wasn't possible to just tell somebody what the rate was going to be. But I was immature, wasn't sure, and said, $40 an hour? And you could tell the person on the other end of the phone didn't feel it was a very confident answer, hung up. And I realized that I needed to do a business plan and I had to really know what my price was. And women entrepreneurs tend to underprice because it's valued on their self-worth. So I ended up, my very first big contract actually was at $25 per hour, and I increased as I went over the years up to about $100 an hour after my 20-year career. And the third example is I was hired as an event planner to create from scratch a 4-day event, which I did successfully. I had to raise the money for it, find the staff, do all the marketing, everything. And I wanted this event so bad that when I priced it out, and I looked at what the overall price was going to be, I decreased the amount by $5,000. I know, Tracy, you're stupid. Tracy just wants to do events for free, I guess, maybe. So I underpriced it, and in the end of the event, I did so well that my client ended up with a $5,000 profit. And I said to them, you know, you can share that profit with me if you want. And their answer was, ha ha ha, no, I don't think we will. So, lesson learned there. So I have created some of the pay gap issues in my own professional career, and I tried to really encourage women to think hard about what they're asking and, you know, being more active in the sales process as they go along. But this was an article I'm just going to read quickly by looking at my computer. I read an article on the subject, and it proved what my examples just proved. It said, women entrepreneurs pay themselves less than their male counterparts, it's because their systematic views on what it is like to be paid as a woman reach beyond what employers choose to pay her and into the cognitive views society has placed on women for what she perceives is her full value. So I say to you, if you're listening to this today and if you're a female entrepreneur, that you have to ask yourself right now, it's sort of a loaded question, but do you get paid what you were worth? And in other words, are you charging based on what you think you are worth or based on what your position, your expertise, your experience, your wealth of knowledge, and what the marketplace is willing to pay you? And pay you equal to what it would be for a man in your industry to be paid the same amount of money. And when was the last time that you ever researched pricing and salaries within your industry? Because I think it's really important that we do that not when we create our business plan or when we update it, but maybe once a year consistently to see where we are. So I just challenge you today to value yourself a little bit more and ask the best price that you can for your talent level and encourage other women that you know to do the same thing. And if you have any recent female graduates going out for their very first job, tell them to please, please ask for more money and negotiate their salary, because in today's world, we have to speak up, women have to speak up. We're never going to get the money we want unless we ask for it. So that's today's Wednesday Wisdom. Look forward to speaking to you again sometime soon. Take care, make money, support women. Thanks.